Hey everyone, hope you're doing well out there in YouTube land. Just to let you know that my battery has been kind of going off and on, giving me a little bit of trouble, but not a whole lot the last couple of months. Usually it would work fine, but then as soon as I would do something and had maybe the doors open for a little while, the interior lights on for maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes, my battery would be just about dead. I have to charge it up and start it back up again. So I knew time was ticking away as far as its usefulness. And sure enough, yesterday, as I go to Office Depot, I figured, hey, I'll take the Sky out and let it charge up the battery a little bit. Of course, it dies in the parking lot. So, luckily, with the one of the workers at Office Depot actually had some jacks and some jumper cables, and we were able to jump start it. So, went ahead and I figured, okay, looks like the inevitable is going to happen. I'm going to have to change the battery and pull the dreaded fender off, which is what I'm about to do, and figured I might as well go ahead and record it in case some of you guys have to do the same thing someday. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start working on that and show you how it works, and if it works, I'm sure it's going to work. It has to work because my car's dead in the driveway, or I'm sorry, in the garage. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the battery out and change it. Alright, so here's the fender with the battery, and I've already taken a couple of bolts off already, but as you can see, we have the one here, one there, and there's a few inside here. I think there's 4 inside the wheel well. Those ones are 7mm, and then there's a couple, 2 or 3 underneath the fender. I believe those ones are 10mm. And then through the sense of humor of the General Motors engineers, there's also one that's in the door here, right there. I believe that's a 10mm one also. And that's going to be a whole lot of fun pulling that out, and then worse than that is actually lining that back up whenever I put the fender back on. So hopefully it's not too bad though. So like I said, I already got a couple of these off already. I'm going to go ahead and undo the bolts on the bottom here, and then the one in the door as well. I'm going to try to tackle this by using one hand with while I'm holding the camera. So see if how difficult that's going to be. If not, I'll put the camera back down. Alright, I'm going to have to put the camera down and get that screw out of there, but like I said, our bolt there. Well, this does not want to focus. There's the bolt there, so you can see it. Okay, here's what I believe is the last bolt that I got out between the door, inside the door where the hinge is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take off the fender, hopefully. Well, I just found the plastic part of the negative part of my terminal. It was actually hiding, believe it or not, on the bottom of the fender, and it stayed there for who knows how many years. So at least I can put this back on. I can also see there's some crack on the bottom of the fender here, and some little piece missing. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix that or just worry about that another day when I have more time. So that might be a wintertime project to work on. But anyway, the fender is off, and as you can see, here's the battery. So I just need to unbolt this bolt here, disconnect the terminals, and go ahead and replace it. Okay, this actually takes a 13mm socket. And there it is. Let me go ahead and I'm going to loosen the terminals on top. Okay, so here are the terminals, and I believe they are 9mm. At least I know the negative is 9mm. So I'm assuming the positive is too. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap the wrap my extension for the wrench with some electrical tape. So when I loosen the positive, I'm not going to touch anything that's negative and cause a spark or anything worse. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take off these terminals. Alright, both terminals are off. Now I'll just slide out the battery. Hopefully it'll come out of there. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get it out of there as easy as I thought it was, because this bracket is in the way right here. Because when I try to lift it up over this little lip, the terminals run into this piece and it just totally messes things up. So it looks like I have to unscrew that bolt, and then there's a bolt down here, unscrew that one. Hopefully this thing just kind of swings out and then I can pull the battery out. But why in the world couldn't I just put it up a little bit higher and I could slide the battery out? No, that makes too much sense. So anyway, let me go ahead and loosen these bolts, and hopefully that's what happens. It just swings out and I can pull that battery out. Okay, what I've discovered is actually when I take these bolts off, I didn't think about it until I looked at what's going on. Because these holes, actually this one and that one there, are to hold the fender, I actually see these, there's a lot of adjustments and movement in this area here. So what I did is I marked with a Sharpie a couple of tick marks there to line up to make sure when I put it back it's going to be in the same spot, so that the fender lines up and everything is everything works. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to show that. So if you do pull it out, make sure you, hopefully this works, make sure you line that back up, or at least mark it somehow so you know exactly where to put it back when you screw it back in, so everything is nice and flush like it originally was. And it's out. Time to go get the other one and put it in. Alright, I have the new one here. It's a Duracell 86 3-year warranty. Pretty amazing. The one that I pulled out of there was the original, I think it's the original Delco 6-year warranty. Looks like it was probably the original, but I'm not sure if there's a way to tell on the battery a date or not. I didn't really have time to look at it and feel like looking. But anyway, putting the Duracell in. And there we go. Well, to line these back up again and put these bolts back in. Good. I'll put in the other one up here, and those marks line up really nice. it's in. Let me go ahead and lock the clamp down. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and hook the terminals back up. I'm going to go ahead and start it up, make sure it works before I put everything back together. I love the sound of that. Works perfectly. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the fender back together. Alright, everything's back on. Screws are all back in. I know it was probably blocking these ones, but you can see they're under there. So that's holding the wheel well on. And the new battery is in. All locked down, looking good. Door opens not a problem. And make sure this is okay. Alright. Looks good to me. Let me go ahead and start her back up again. And there we go. Beautiful. It's working fine. Of course, now I have to reset all of my stereo stuff and whatnot, but that's fine by me. No big deal. Okay, AC is working. Passenger bag off. Airbag is off, and we are good to go. Alright, if you like this video, so I'll go ahead and turn it off. If you like this video and want to see more stuff, go ahead and subscribe, like. Any questions or comments, just go ahead and put them below. I'll try to answer them the best that I can. So until then, I'll see you in the next video.